During an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Nia Long revealed that when it comes to her ex-man's affair and how it's affected her 11-year-old son, Long said he still has moments where it's not easy for him. Nia said, I think the most heartbreaking thing about all of this was seeing my son's face when the Boston Celtics organization decided to make a very private situation public. Nia added, no one from the Celtics organization has even called to see if I'm okay or to see if my children are okay. What are your thoughts on how the Celtics handle the situation? Al, what do you think about this?
Of course, the Boston Celtics aren't going to reach out to you. They don't care about you, in all honesty. I mean, you are merely a girlfriend. You're not really, they're not married. So, I mean, and I feel like Boston Celtics knew that this affair was going on for way longer. They did not want to be involved in it until they were forced. And it's unfortunate that her son had to, being that he is the son of a very high profile basketball coach in the NBA and a high profile actress, that he has to deal with it. But, that comes with the territory. But of course they wouldn't. I don't know many employers that reach out to girlfriends during time of, decision.
Okay, that's true. Q, what do you think about this?
You know what? So I agree with her on one token, that this situation was made very private, and it's not like they got busted like TJ Holmes and the other lady and people got pictures. I really do feel like this was something that could have been handled in-house. But Nia, I'm looking at you sideways with the ain't nobody from the Celtics reached out to me to see if I'm doing okay. Okay. Hey, girl, this is Margaret calling from the Boston Celtics. I'm just calling to find out that in the midst of the affair situation going on with your boyfriend and the other lady, how are you doing? Did you sign the care basket? Because we at the Celtics organization, we feel really sorry that you were negatively impacted by this situation. And if there's anything, some counseling or maybe some post-traumatic stress syndrome stuff that we can do for your son, we would gladly send you guys the resources and pay for. Like, really, girl? Like really? And then honestly and truthfully, her statements about they took a very private situation and made it public. It sounds to me, Nia, like you were expecting the Celtics to protect you. When it's all said and done, it was his job to protect you.
That's a fact.
His job not to even do this, but for you to fix your lips and turn your head to the side and put your hand on your hip while your backbone slip and say they didn't even call to check on you, girl, you expecting a little too much from them people.
Yeah, I agree like this.
They didn't call to check on me. Girl, you sound dumb. Don't say that again, Nia. Like, you don't work for them people. But you know what I think? You know what it probably is, though? Now that I'm thinking about it, she's probably conflating two things. She's probably conflating, I sat on that front row, I went to Christmas parties with these people, I've been to these people's house, and nobody even called to check on me. That's probably where her sentiments are coming from.
And I guess if you think about it, they had internal conversations about this before they released this, right? Mm-hmm. And that had to have come up. Like you said, she's been in these people's faces. They probably hung out and probably welcomed her when she first came. There's not a lot of celebrities that go to the front that sit on the, on the floor of the Celtics game. She's a big deal at the Celtics game. Maybe some consideration about how this might run with their family. She probably expected, but I get it. It does what you said was pretty funny.
At best, you'd get a personal call from someone. Maybe one of the coach's wife or something. But to expect,
what would she actually say? Let's break this down. What would the call be?
Welcome.
What would the call be? And from who? Who would she want it from?
Welcome to the club. put your game face on and don't let them see you sweat.
Right. Maybe I as a woman of a coach, right? I guess I would have liked to. Hey, Nia. We've grown to love you at the Celtics organization. We just want you to be aware a story is going to drop this week and it's going to affect you and your family. Just so you prepare yourself, just so you brace yourself. Maybe something like that. Maybe that's what she wanted. I don't know. Would that be hard to do? They don't want to put it out there.
I think unofficially, that's what the Wives Club is there for.
Mm-hmm. Because they always talking about this, trust and believe.
Right. That's what the Wives Club. If anybody was going to give you a call, it should have been an unofficial call from one of the wives. But to expect, I don't know, the head coach, the president of the team, Susan and HR to give you a call, that's a bit preposterous to me.
but I will say this because I do have a little bit of insight these days.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that happens at practices on teams that never gets out because there is a code of conduct. They're protective of the organization. So there was a lot of conversations about this before they decided to make this very public. I think they could have handled that internally, but they did not.